Perry, when your career was over, you and your family decided to settle here in Calgary. You now have 3 grown children, and you're a huge part of the Calgary Alumni, Calgary Flames alumni. Tell us a little bit about the impact Calgary's had on your family and your life, and your choice to give back to the community.
I think when I became a Flame, within 2 weeks I realized that it wasn't just about playing. Because I think it was after my first practice at the Saddle Dome. Came back in, and Lanny McDonald, Jim Poplinski were writing names on the board with times of where you had to be that afternoon for charity purposes, whether it was children's hospitals or it was a school or whatever it was. So they didn't ask you. They just said, you're going, and this is what you're doing. And that continued on to where I went to Minnesota. They didn't do that, but I still wanted to do that. And to San Jose, where it was the same thing, and people kind of followed what happened with Lanny and with me. They started following there. So I got back here as a retired guy. It just continued. And guys that were retiring that played for the Flames, they knew. And we get requests to this day. It's still an honor, this many years after I played, to get requests for alumni to come out and go to events because people still care here. So we're lucky we get lots of requests. We do them. People here in Calgary, they care about their ex-Flame players, or even for that matter, alumni players. And it's fantastic. It's been a part of my life since I was 20. Still is, so I don't know anything else. This city's kind of got a lot of that with people giving back, and we're just a part of it.
Well, we can't tell you how much we appreciate your willingness to do things such as the Pro-Am Golf Show. So were you able to make an impact then in Minnesota and in San Jose with adopting that method there as well?
It's not as much. I mean, I still got to do things, but if you don't have the buy-in from the guys at the top, it doesn't work. I mean, nobody cared who I was in Minnesota as a 3rd or 4th line guy. They cared that someone showed up. Mm-hmm. But where's Brian Bellows, or where's the Neil Broughton, the more star? You got to get the guys at the top to really buy in. Like when I arrived in Calgary, Lanny McDonald, all the captains, this is not an option. You are doing this. And it works. If you don't have that leadership, it just doesn't. So San Jose was pretty cool because we were a bunch of misfit toys put together. We were awful, got beat all the time. But when we got asked to do stuff, all being misfit toys, we're going, we have no stars. This is great. We're just going to show
stars,
up. Yeah. And people in San Jose, they loved us because we were a hockey team. Wow, these are hockey players. They thought that was pretty cool. So it was fun there.
How nice is it now, after 30 years, when you do those events, to be able to reminisce with those guys that you played with back in the 80s and tell old stories? And that must be some of the best part about it.
It's great because I forgot a bunch of stories. Or you'll still get together when we're doing, and most times we're getting together, it's to do events. So we'll be with people that have come to the event, and I'll be hearing a story. I'm going, I forgot about that. Oh yeah. And then it spurs on another story that you completely forgot about. We love getting together, and the alumni group in the NHL, doesn't matter who it is. If you played against them but you never met them and you meet them, there's a brotherhood there still. It's pretty cool to do events with ex-NHL players because they're funny. They're engaging, and they'll tell any story now. Players that are playing now, they don't want to tell us anybody anything. So it is a fun group to be with.
They're not threatening anymore either, which is also nice.
That's true.
Well, Perry, we can't thank you enough for coming out here today. You've just been an absolute treat to get to know.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. It's great to be out here and play with you guys.
All right, we have a little bit of golf left. Let's get to it now.